at 44 years of age and looking into the policy or laws, and just speaking on the cocaine and crack cocaine thing, there was different sentencing.
Yeah, yeah. There was a big disparity. What was it, like 18-1 at one point? Or
it was 100-1 initially.
see,
18-1 was reform.
That's the reform one, and that's still crazy.
Right?
Jeez, that's crazy. The reform went 100-1, and they're chemically the same thing.
Yeah. And I'm one of those people that calls a spade. Why was it? Because the vast majority of crack cocaine users were black neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Is where it was, where it spread, where it was distributed, where it was sold. I don't know. Sometimes we got to line this shit up and just call it what it is.
Yeah. And that's what I saw too. A lot of the racial tones, just how throughout, going back to the fear thing, throughout history, you assign certain drugs to certain people, to certain types of people, to, give them, the marijuana is with them, and it's going to do cocaine is with the black people. You can't, whatever, this opium and stuff, this goes to the Chinese, so we can get the fear on these. And yeah, going back to like why he was harassing Billie Holiday, and it really came down to her singing about what Black Americans were going through in the South. Right. With that strange fruit. So it's like this, the initial attack was some bullshit. You know what I mean? Like the initial thing that the reason for even going after this was because you felt slighted by this black woman, and you knew that she had an addiction, and you used that to sum up a whole race of people. So
yeah. And it just, I don't know. I don't know if it stopped too much. I don't know about you guys, especially digging in as much as you have, but fentanyl is becoming that great equalizer here, because the vast majority of the people that I've spoken to, families, for lack of a better word, dealt with, very affluent neighborhoods.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, absolutely.
In those pills, and they're pressing up their own pills that aren't what they're supposed to be. Like I said, back to, it's no more recreational drug use. Like this is a big gamble anytime you step out here, man, and it's scary.
Yeah, no, it's in everything. I mean, and we talk about it in the podcast, prominent, celebrities and athletes, trying to do. There's a guy, I'm a big Baltimore Ravens fan, unfortunately. And, there was a player this summer that, during training camp or, in their off season, tried to do cocaine and definitely didn't think that there's fentanyl in it. It was, and he had an overdose and he died. And that's happened all too often. It's kind of crazy. You have these two competing things where people don't realize it's in their drugs and they overdose. And now there's people that's what they're demanding because they're prevalent, because that's what they want now because of the potency, because they've gotten so used to it. And so, we had an episode on fentanyl, and our guest, Sam Quinones, said, heroin's not going to exist in 5 years. It's all going to be fentanyl. And that's a terrifying thing to hear. And obviously it shows that our response to fentanyl and prohibition and utilizing the criminal justice system the way we are is just not working. Because if that's the projection, how the hell do you say that we're successful right now? I just don't know. Yeah.
Right.
Well, go ahead, Clayton.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, when Sam said that, it was so crazy because he's like, there won't be any heroin in 5 years. And I was like, yeah. And then he was like, it'll all be fentanyl. And I was like, no. Like, it was the lowest drop. I was like, I thought we were headed somewhere good.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead. My bad.
This is the Knocking Doors Down podcast, featuring celebrities, experts, and everyday people who have overcome adversities, including addiction, mental health, and trauma, to live purposeful lives. And that's what Knocking Doors Down is all about.